guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Stellara, and today we are doing part 3 of our Pyrite Heart playthrough. So where we left off last time, I am Ari, and I am challenging the class president, Ryuu. He has challenged me to a duel, and if I win, then he has to wear a butler outfit and be my servant for a day. And if he wins, then I have to wear a maid outfit and be his servant for a day. And so I'm trying to decide whether to accept or decline. The thought being that if I accept the challenge and I could possibly lose, then it might worry my sexy butler, Kenta. But if I decline, then that sense of playfulness with the very handsome Ryuu is diminished a little bit. So I'm trying to decide which way to go. And normally I would take like the very obvious, like, oh, I'm going for the sexy butler, so I'm going to decline so that he doesn't have to worry. But I've decided that since Ari's nature is kind of really competitive and she likes a fight a little bit, I've decided to go ahead and accept. So we may or may not get like the perfect ending for Kenta, but I just really think it's more in Ari's nature. She doesn't decline a battle, right? So we're going to accept. Bring it. Let's start. The first question, of course, goes to me. It was some weak thing about which countries are part of the power of axis. The axis of power. God, guys. It's like the first sentence and I'm already getting things backwards. It was some weak thing about the countries that were part of the axis of power. Duh. What should have been a slaughter turns into a neck-and-neck competition. Despite my tips and pointers, several people on my team are just complete idiots. I wish I could have just taken every single question and let them out of this. From the glares they're giving me, I think they'd be all for that plan. By the final question, we're perfectly even. We enter a tiebreaker round where I can surely crush Ryuu once and for all. You better know a good place to fix a tux. There's a maid outfit in the drama department that's just your size. I'll get them to lend it to you. Confidence is your weakness. I could say the same for you. And the final question is this. I'm ready. Who is the first to use the term Axis to describe a military alliance during World War II? I don't remember that one in the material. Crude. I need to decide quickly before... Crud! Crude! I don't remember that one from the material. Crud! I need to decide quickly before Ryuu leads me to it. Think, Ari, think. Oh, oh shoot, another answer. So this is kind of cheat mode, because I actually played through this version before when I was going after the class president. And so it's cheating, and it's telling me the answer, which is kind of not cool. So I guess we're gonna guess this way. I had guessed it correctly before, so I guess we'll just use the same thing that I had done the last time I played through. And that is correct. Correct, a red team wins. You put a good fight, Ryuu, but justice is won. Good job, Ari. You took just a little too long to think that one over. I had to be quick. I knew you were just a nanosecond away from answering. I concede. I shall meet you at your house tomorrow in a butler outfit. I'll be waiting. This is so awesome. I did it! I brought down the Titan. It is to be expected after how much studying I had done previous 2 nights. All those exhausting hours reading paid off. Being able to embarrass Ryuu. This is a great victory. But I wasted all that time focusing on bringing him down here that I haven't had any time to practice cooking. It's still myself up for failure. But I won. That's what matters. No, you've still got time, Ari. Tonight is a night of victory. I can go home with my head held high with pride. As I button up the black and gold uniform jacket, I can't help but feel today is going to be a good day. Do I really believe that Ryuu is going to show up to my house in a butler costume and wait on me today? No. I don't think either of us took that bet seriously. It's a shame, though. I wanted I wanted to see what he'd be like with his messy hair slicked back and his uniform not so wrinkly. Would you like anything to eat before you go to school, my lady? No, I'm just going to grab another sandwich from the gas station on the way. Are you sure, my lady? I already have a meal packed for you. I guess so. Wait, who are you and why are you in my house? It's me, your humble servant for the day. Have you forgotten, my lady? Wait, Ryuu? Indeed. You really did it? Of course I did, my lady. Your butler is a man of his word. I feel my heart beating frantically. He did it. He really did it. So, would you like a piece of that cake before we leave, my lady? How can you do this? Aren't you worried people at school will think of you? The teachers will not bother me, and I do believe my unofficial fan club will be squealing with delight. To keep my word, I can tolerate this. More importantly, what do you think of me, my lady? Do I meet your expectations? Yeah. You meet them. You might even pass for one of my butlers back at the palace. I think that was supposed to be a compliment. Then I am pleased. It warms my heart. It warms my heart to see you flush with embarrassment. It makes you adorable, my lady. Would you like that cake? I'd normally just order my butler or Kenta to hand over the cake, eat it, and then order them to clean up afterwards. With Ryuu, it doesn't feel right. How about we share? It's too big a slice for me. I cannot. It's not my place. Did you do something to the cake? Of course not. I believe him if he still didn't have that smug grin on his face. Fine, I'll take one bite. One nibble. I lift up a microscopic chunk under the fork and take a bite. No way! It's not just good, it's delicious! With a little more work, it might even pass for palace food. The yellow cake is moist and the syrup topping is just the right amount of sweet. You made this? It's not from a specialty store? That would be unjust to you. A glacier settles in my gut. I get it. Even though he's taking the subservient position right now, my rival is jockeying against me. He's making one thing clear. He knows how to bake, and he's really going to give me a sound thrashing in the contest. I might have won the battle against Ryuu, but I'm not going to win the war. Do you like it? It's awful. This is by far the worst thing I've ever tasted. You're fired. So you loved it. Everybody knows how to read this girl. Shall we go? Fine, I'm going to show you what it means to be a servant of Ari Romano. If I have no chance at beating him in the cooking contest, I may need to make him so afraid of might I win that he will back out. So it's time for Operation Overwhelming Shame into effect. I want a soda. Get me one. Of course, my lady. I can't lose. Here you are, my lady. What is this swill? Oh, strawberry? Are you trying to poison me? It appears that my information on your taste was faulty. Please forgive me. Get me a Coke, now. Of course. I won't lose. Here you go. What's with the attitude? My apologies, my lady. Ugh! This is the Diet Coke. What are you trying to say? Nothing, my lady. That smarmy grin on his face and the way his indigo eyes sparkle tells me all. He hasn't lost any sort of traction yet. I resist smiling. Being able to keep up with me is a bad thing. If you want to keep this up, I'll have to give you another order. I live to serve. Since I'm the smartest here, I don't need to polish up my skills. So today, instead of me raising my hand for every question, I want you to do it for every single question. I'll have him stand in front of the class all day. He'll be so embarrassed that he will reek of shame. I will comply. I hold off on further orders. This one's gonna be good. Finally, the first question comes. Who can tell me the answer to number 13? Here it goes. Why do I feel pressure forcing my arm up? I can feel the soft touch of Ryu's hand against mine as he pulls it up. What are you doing? Raising your hand for every single question. Yes, Ari? Oh, I walk to the board and scribble down the answer for the question. Very good. You can sit down. Despite multiple attempts to get him to stop, Ryuu does it for the rest of the class. I'm mixed between utter embarrassment and a fiery rage by the time lunch comes around. Ryuu, I have a new order for you. And what's that, m'lady? I want lunch. I'm already ahead of you, m'lady. A servant is never ahead of her master. I guess we think too much alike, m'lady. The thought of Ryu's home-cooked food is tempting. Unlike before, the aroma bubbles out of the lunch bag is enticing. I almost accept the delicately wrapped package before I remember my operation. I don't want that. You don't? For the first time today, the smile on Ryu's face disappears for a second. I want something from the cafeteria. Anything in particular? I don't know. I've never been there. Go get me something that tastes good. Then I will stay here. I giggle at the joke, but snap it quickly. Anything will do. I will return shortly. The second that he's out of the room, I tear into the wrapping of the package and pull out a small Tupperware container of food. As I crack open the plastic, the wonderful scent of herbs radiates out. I can't identify what sort of chicken is in the container. I'm willing to give it a try to find out. In the side are steaming carrots, mashed potatoes, and another piece of morning's cake. Ryuu went all out for this. I frown. While I want to say that I expected this sort of excellence from my servants, Ryuu put a lot of time and effort into this. I'm touched. I thought he'd be putting on the costume for a minute or so to humor me, but he's still wearing it and acting mostly like a real butler and everything. He puts his heart into everything he does. Everyone looks up to him, and with good reason. Ryu's smart, handsome, passionate, and determined. Everyone sees me that way, right? No? Yes.
There she is.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing with Ryuu?
What are you talking about? Yelling at him? Forcing him to dress up for you? Berating him in public? You make me sick.
Hand over whatever you're using to blackmail him.
I'm not blackmailing him. There's no way he's hanging out with you, you little weirdo. The words sting, but I'm not gonna let them get the better of me. But they might be right. I'm not a weirdo. Please, you're the biggest weirdo I've ever seen. I mean, look at the charm you have on your bag. It's a Koopa snake. It's good luck. A snake, just like you. I'm not a snake.
You should just go back to the school where you came from.
You should just go back to the palace where you came from. You can't survive here. You can't even beat one stupid president. Stop it.
Ari, the weirdo, is going to cry.
She thinks she's so perfect. Queen of the universe.
Go home.
They're right. I'm just going to keep losing out here. I'm not strong enough. I'm not tough enough. But I don't want to go back. So it's going to make it out here. I can't lose. I told my brother I'd survive. They start advancing on me. I grab the meal Ryuu prepared for me and backpedal, approaching the girls. No, I'm staying here.
What's going on?
Oh, Ryuu, don't worry. We're just going to force the girl to hand over the blackmail.
We'll get rid of the creep for you.
Get out. I will not tolerate you badgering her. Step back, Ryuu. This is my fight. I'm not letting anyone fight with my rival. I'm not allowing anyone to blame you for something I forced you to do. I did so willingly. I'm trying to help you. So am I. Whatever. Remember what we said, Ari. They walk out almost unnoticed by me. I can't break my gaze with Ryuu. You know they're right. I'm just a big weirdo who's ruining your life. They're mistaken. You're my first real rival. I'm not going to allow someone's gossip or self-deluded girls think they can take that away. Rival? I'm not even in your league. You managed to get me to dress up as a butler for you. Ari, that's the first time I've ever lost in that game. I got lucky. I started on Monday and Tuesday, and I only just beat you. I turn away, trying to break his curious look from my eyes. Back at the palace, I always challenged everybody. I never lost. Not a single time. Everything I did, I won. I was the best. Or so I thought. Now I'm starting to think, was I really that good? Or did people just show me sympathy because I was the weirdo princess? You are. I've had a lot of fun the past few days, and I can't wait for Friday. Because you're gonna crush me into dust? Because I've had a lot of fun competing with you. You're so enthused and passionate. It inspires me to do even better. Friday isn't going to be a competition. It's going to be a slaughter. That confident? I'm not going to go easy on you. Ryuu, I've never cooked a day in my life. I have no idea how to bake a cake. There it is. You win, Ryuu. Kichiro wins. Everybody wins. Then why did you challenge me? Because I wanted to win. I needed to find your weakness. I see. I cannot have that then, my lady. If you will have it, I shall teach you. Huh? There's not a lot of time, but if I assist you in everything, you will stand a chance in your duel, my lady. What? Why would you help me? It is the duty of a servant to assist his master. And you are a lot cuter when you're cheerful. Are you going to eat your meal, my lady? You've been clutching it for a while. I do not think it will have grown cold. Oh, I decided I wanted to try it. Where's the cafeteria food anyway? I forgot my ID card, so I was unable to procure it for you. I beg your forgiveness. I'll forgive it. Just this once. Where's Ryuu? He said he'd meet me at the house after he went to pick up some supplies from the store. He shouldn't be here by now. I know he won't stand me up, but each minute that ticks by makes me anxious. I shouldn't want to see my rival in my house, but I don't understand this. I want to hate Ryuu, but I'm enjoying his company. I've never really had anyone back in the palace who really wanted to compete with me, to spend time with me. Kenta's words ring true. We both really are alike. I'm still the smarter one, but he's better, kinder, resolved. I guess we aren't that alike, but I like to think we are. I want to be more resolved, more determined. I need to be the best if I'm ever going to be queen one day. That makes training like this more important. There's no other reason I want to hang out with Ryuu. Where is he? I clutched the recipe I picked out tightly in my hands. He promised he'd be here. Sorry I'm late, my lady. Finally. Did you miss me? No, I just wanted to get started quickly. Oh. Yeah. I hurried as quickly as I could. If you had never cooked before, we have much to do in a short period of time. Don't say it like that. I can do this with no trouble. Could I see the recipe? He only gives it a glance before his eyes go wide. This is neither a cake nor easy. Ari, this is creme brulee. It's the only thing I knew the name of. Well, I guess we could try it. The first thing we need to do is preheat the oven to 325 degrees. That sounds high. Should I turn it to a high setting? No, that's the stovetop burner. Oh, it's the on button right here? That's for the timer. Wait, is it this one? 325? Correct. Next, we need to put 1 quart of cream, 1 vanilla bean, and its pulp into a saucepan. I grab the cream and pour it into the pan that Ryuu hands me, but I don't lose the bean in it. This is kind of small, isn't it? Shouldn't we add more? It says 1. Let's put in a few. It can only help. Ari. I drop them in with a smile on my face. I love the taste of vanilla. This is a bad idea. You should follow it exactly. You need to be more adventurous. We let the saucepan simmer for 15 minutes. I want to ask him more about what happened earlier, but he seems content to just watch the pan. Next, we need to crack 6 eggs and put their yolks into a bowl. Crack 6? I look at the bowl he has. Isn't it very deep in there? So I think I'm going to have to drop in a medium height to prevent a big splatter. Here we go. Wait. I drop the egg as Ryuu steps away. Just as I predicted, the egg shatters and goes all gooey inside the bowl. Perfect! How is that perfect? There are eggshells in there. They dissolve in the baking. They don't. Huh? Really? Really. We're going to have to pull them out. Well, get to it. Me? You're still my servant, right? You can go pull them out. Thank you, Your Majesty. You're welcome. He glares at me the entire time, but I can't help but giggle at him. If I can't embarrass him, then I'm going to have some fun at his expense at least. Finally, he removes all the eggshells and he hands me a measuring cup and the sugar. 1/2 cup. No more, no less. Please, no crazy ideas on this one. A servant is trying to order the master around? Please, just do it. Fine. Exactly 1/2 cup. It's more difficult than I thought and takes several attempts before I'm satisfied with the results. Hey, Ryuu, is this enough? I turn around and slam into Ryuu holding the boiling pan of cream. The cream goes flying everywhere, but being nimble pays off and I jump out of the way. Another decision. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and end this episode here. So our decision at this point is, do we yell at Ryuu or do we ask him if he's all right? Right? Are we our princessy self yelling at her servant, or do we become a caring, more kind individual and see if he's okay? So we're going to end this episode here. I will see you guys later, and goodbye!